Okay, we're going to do the vertical line now. Okay, so if you remember, my vertical lines were lines number 3 and 4. Okay, so far I've done, you should probably watch these and make it easier to watch it in order. So if you watched this one of me doing diagonal line first and then the horizontal line, and now let's get to the vertical line. We're going to do on our L, this line 3, and which is a vertical line. Okay, now, what's the M of a vertical line? What's the M? Now, actually, let's start at the beginning. Let's do our 2 endpoints. Okay, so actually, I think just make it your life easier to do it in the same order. So this is -10, -3, and -10, +3. Those are my endpoints. Okay, I can put those endpoints in my Google slide as well. Now I can do the slope formula right now. I'm hoping you don't. I'm hoping you choose not to do the slope formula here, but you can. And it will get you the same answer, and I just want to show you always have that option. This becomes 6/0. That says 6 divided by 0. Dividing by 0 is not allowed in math. And this is called undefined. So your M is undefined. Okay, and then what about your B? Because remember, we needed M and we needed a B. So the question is, where is this line? And why is this not showing up the same way on my computer and my iPad? Let's just do this. Where is that line going to hit the y-axis? It's not, right? The y-axis is here, and this line is parallel to the y-axis. It will never hit the y-axis. So this does not have a y-intercept. Okay, it doesn't have a y-intercept. So let's go here. Let's start filling this junk out. Right, this is -10, -3. It actually shares an endpoint with the previous line, right? Which makes sense because they meet on the graph. Okay, the M is undefined. The B is, and I'm just going to do exactly what I did on my slide, which there is no B, right? You can even just do this. Now, so what is the equation, right? Because if I don't have an M and I don't have a B, what's the equation? Okay, here's what you need to know. This line, what do we know about this line? Well, here's what we know. We know that the x value is always going to be -10. Think about any point on this line, right? This is -10, 5, -10, 3, -10, 0, -10, -3, -10, whatever this is, -7. We know the x value is always going to be -10, and that is the equation. That is the equation, because that is what we know about the line. So we write x equals -10. Okay, now we can see, I'll show you if I graph it here. I get my x equals -10. Now, what are we going to do about this domain restriction issue? Because this line is only on an x value of -10. It's only on an x value of -10, but how am I going to cut it? How am I going to cut it here and here, right? I want to make this the bottom and this the top of the line. So what I have to do here, which is kind of tricky, is instead of limiting the x values, I'm going to limit the y values, right? Because I only want it to go from this y value up to this y value, right? I want to cut it there. So I notice this y value is -3. This y value is +3. So notice here, everything's going to look the same, but this is a big, big difference. This is the letter y here. Because this time, right, I want you to really, I'm going to emphasize this so you see it, because it won't work if you put an X there. This time we're saying, well, I don't want to cut it left and right. I want to cut it up and down. Okay, so I'm going to put -3, -3, and again, I'm just going to cheat. Super lazy style. -3 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to +3. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing in Desmos, right? It's -3 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to +3. And there is my L. Okay, now